Greetings. My name is Rick Moniz, and I'm sitting here with,
Mireille Giovanola,
Mona Abdoun.
and we're here to celebrate Earth Day. But actually, we're going to turn Earth Day into a celebration we're calling Earth Week. And it's going to start on April 17th, and it's going to run through the 22nd. I have something I want to read. It's a prepared statement. And let me share what our goal is in coming together here. This program is essentially 1 year in the making. We're sending out information campus-wide, and today, as you know, we're confronted with tremendous environmental challenges. We have genetically modified organisms. We're searching for sustainable energy supplies, adequate water supplies that are safe, rising sea levels because our states are beginning to have problems, like Florida. We have a new generation of leaders who we're hoping will step forward and embrace the challenges that we face. Our elders and the legacies of those whose shoulders we've been standing upon are seeking new voices. As you no doubt have seen, the people are now being confronted with mining and burning coal, potential ramping up of nuclear energy, draconian cuts in the EPA, the privatization of our national parks, unleashing unknown and deadly pesticides upon the populace, and that list only grows. Every generation is confronted with new demands. As we move forward, our program for Earth Week, we're looking for your help. The goal of a series of events is to engage the minds and actions of our community. This will begin with promotion and support for speakers, activities, lessons, and hopefully campus-wide discussions. So we ask for your help and your support. And so we wanted to share a little bit of some of those activities that we're going to be presenting over the course of the week. Remember, this is Earth Day, but we're going to be celebrating an entire week. So I'd like to have Mireille maybe share a few words with you.
Well, before Mona actually talks about the activities themselves, I would like to say that, or repeat what Rick has already said, that it's been a long time in the making. We've come together since September, and our group has grown to include faculty from almost every division. We have a lot of staff support. We have student involvement, and it's been tremendously rewarding to see how many people just embrace this project and are bringing in speakers, are opening up their classrooms, are setting up workshops and so on, so that everybody can participate. So we're trying to do three things, really. We're trying to inform, if people are not informed already, and we have three themes. We want to talk about limited resources, we want to talk about nutrition, and we want to talk about the water supply and what we do with our water. We have those workshops that are designed around these themes, and beyond informing, we want to advocate. And third, we would like to institutionalize Earth Week so that we can do this again next year and the year after, and bring more people on board.
So I'd like to now pass the baton over to Mona for a few moments for her to share some of her thoughts.
I'm really excited about the events coming up during Earth Week. I love that we're taking, Earth Day and expanding it to Earth Week at Chabot, and I'm really proud of all the people who are participating and really excited about the students and staff and faculty. We're going to have great presentations and discussions and film showings on women photographers and the environment, an exhibit on endangered species. We're also having a photography exhibit by faculty here at Chabot about nature and what inspires them about nature. So I'm really excited about that. We also have speakers from Standing Rock, and we also have film showings such as a documentary on environmental racism and environmental justice called A Village Called Versailles. We will also have Mr. Lester Snow talk about water resources and management. And as well as many other events and film discussions and presentations, and also student exhibits at the library and environmental studies student exhibits.
So it was really over 150 plus years ago that Henry Thoreau wrote in Walden about a new ethos, if you will, in terms of how we might engage in protecting the world around us. And then that was brought up to date, if you will, another 50 years later with the likes of John Muir. And for the first time, we actually had a president who was interested in protecting wilderness values, and that, of course, would be Theodore Roosevelt. And as time moved forward, we had people like Aldo Leopold, who talked about the importance of wetland and other restoration. We're going to show Rachel Carson's Silent Spring, which was groundbreaking in terms of the overuse of biocides. We're also going to, of course, talk about John Muir. Sadly, as the national park and the Department of Interior has continued a policy of mandated by Congress, sequestering that's been in place for some time now. Their budgets are frozen. They don't have monies that are necessary to provide the programs and the resources that we've come to, I think, demand in this country. And so we had hoped to have a ranger from the National Park Service come and talk about John Muir, only to find out that they no longer can do that they don't have the ability because of personnel cuts. And so despite numerous phone calls to congressmen, I actually called 3 congressmen's offices and asked about, why are we facing these kinds of problems today when we know that the American people value the National Park Service. We also recognize that we're in a period of time where climate denying seems to be the order of the day. So we want to address these kinds of issues. We were looking to have somebody from the EPA come and talk, but because of the cuts there, we're not able to do that. So all around us, we see that there are enormous challenges. And unless we, the people, are willing to stand up and be a voice for the earth, the oceans, the air we breathe, the water that we drink, this is what we're trying to achieve by hosting a series of events. We're going to be showing documentaries. We have a whole list of some fascinating speakers. We have faculty that's going to engage in activities over the course of this week. And we're going to culminate all of this on the 22nd of April by going out to the San Mateo County Bridge, the San Mateo Bridge, and right off of there is the Hayward Interpretive Center. A prime example of what Aldo Leopold was talking about in terms of wetland restoration. And we're going to stand up for the environment. So I would like to encourage you to come out. And we need your support. Frankly, the earth needs your support. The oceans need your support. Clean drinking water needs your support. John Muir needs your support. There's a whole lot of us that need your support. So with that said, before we close, I'm sure that Mireille and Mona have a couple other words to add here.
Please encourage your students to come. We are opening our classrooms. We have events in the large event center, in the little theater, and we have space for your students. Offer them credit, bring your classes. Let's make this a huge success. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please come. Again, we're going to be having events April 17th through April 20th. And I have to say I've been really inspired by all the people participating and to see all the energy from students and faculty and staff. And I hope we could also inspire everyone who attends to make at least one small change to help protect the environment.
So if you go online, you'll see that through a Facebook link, we're going to highlight all of the activities electronically displayed. And so every day, basically from morning until night, we're going to have activities. We're going to have speakers. We're going to have documentaries. We're going to engage and hopefully demonstrate that we are activists in the support of a better environment. So we hope you enjoy and you will join us. Thank you for your time. And we look forward to seeing you out during Earth Week.